Madrid has done nothing but improve, done nothing but impress. As we see, pretty clean site take here for Team Heretics, space being given up by FPX. So this is all according to plan. It seems like they're going to set up for a retake, see if they get it done, but that's a lot of damage to Autumn.
That Harbor Wall and Paranoia, barrage of utility already getting out onto the site, but Heretics wisely playing on the other side of it, not choosing to take the fight quite yet. Harbor up close and personal, Berlin will fall as Woot drops 2. The nade now to buy a little bit more time, and they have rolled the retake attempt from the defense.
Yeah, just a little bit of extra room behind that high tide for TH to work with.
Nice or snappy onto the first, but cannot connect beyond that.
See what they want to do is there's a big stack through mid here for FPX, but a spot.
A cheeky little spot on top of the box. Will spot anyone trying to swing through the tiles, and sure enough, FPX fall on the back of that. That round was very quick.
Those really crazy plays, especially off the back of Life's Yoru, but against Gen G, it felt a little bit more reserved on this map. So, oh my god, Autumn, you absolute monster!
Oh, the reservations all being disregarded now. I think you certainly don't want to face it, because then Autumn's going to do to you what he just did. So you have to use utility to get B-main control, and that's often space that's free.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, where they were very patient behind it. Now this is the bonus for Team Heretics, so you want to see what they're showing you, that's fine.
Boo in a 1v3. Spotting all targets now. He's grabbed the spike. Paper Thin, he's getting away.
This is great. This is huge value for Team Heretics. I mean, think about...
He's giving away, he's biding his time, he's patient with it. He's gonna catch them both. The Cove to provide a little bit of cover, no position given away quite yet. Berlin has gotten it to happen now on the tap. He has to face it, and he will fall. Chaos will inevitably ensue. For now, a quiet approach.
NG at least a little bit aware.
He's gotta understand something's going on here. Meanwhile, Woot with the rocket pop trying to pick his timings and does so successfully. Meanwhile, Berlin is still behind them. Hyung is gonna fall. Rian's will too, but Veggie Fishy now on the swing. Face turn towards the site. Berlin not able to capitalize on the position that he had. And now Autumn, who got a 1v3 in the previous round to open it up. 3 with no real idea of where anyone is, and they have such good crossfire setup. As soon as there's contact on one, the swing inevitably will come from the other two. So it's the same, it's all B.
Yeah, man, they're showing a little bit of willingness to try to go for retakes. Try to use that Harbor to their advantage. Saw it work in one round in the very late stages of it. Ooh, Wuko, better for that trade against Berlin.
Boy, I thought he was gonna hit that shot through this while losing as little as possible. I mean, this is only gonna make things considerably worse. The one thing, if you think about FPX and you're kind of concerned about their setup right now and the score, is their attack side is a treat to watch. It's so much fun to watch, so I think if there was to be an advantage somewhere, if we had to try to look for one, that's where it would be, as Woot is just eco-farming his way to 4. Potentially 5, the ace on the other side, and a big lead for Heretics. Paper Thin, I think it's only getting bigger.
Get into those playoffs would be monumental.
Well, I mean, and to think about how they opened the tournament, right? First win in front of this crowd,
yes.
Right? This place was electric.
Oh, it's nuts.
And Autumn continues to cause problems on B. He's gotten away with more. Life is joining in on the fun. The spike is not left B main.
Main from Autumn.
Oh, Boo is trying to slip the net. And he's done it.
Even in these bad starts in these rounds, find the open space. Work their way through to get
here. Any info found is an advantage gained. Boo has to TP away. He's gotten into the smoke. The flash is there. Life will fall. They've gotten it down to 2. Again, this would be devastating. Can Berlin win out this 1v1? Rian's on the other side. He's tucking tail. He's running away. He's going to use the Cove to get the defuse again. But the ult used. He's got it to have. He's got to dance around it. Manages to do so. Where's the second shot? The time will run out. And the spike will go off.
Corner completely throws off FPX. And what in the world's going on?
Oh, dear. Okay, but then I'm starting to get worried about this. This is getting out of hand very quickly. I mean, they've already called a timeout. Haven't really been fruitful. Do you call another timeout and then just kind of go hands off the wheel for the rest of the map?
Very curious about how Nathan will approach that as the coach. Trying to go at him with the shorty. Yeah. Batty those is looking to me like one of those tricky plays, but he's just sticking around.
Yeah, there's nowhere for him to go. He's stuck. He's caught. He's lit up. And he's dead. There was no exit strategy for him there.
Curious.
Now spotting another as Woot's got 3 more just on this round. Under another opportunity.
They found my one.
But the round is far, well, never mind, no, it's done.
Goodbye to you.
It's done, and this half is likely done as well.
There already. That helps.
This guy is unreal. 19 kills in 9 rounds, and potentially more to be found.
It's bananas.
This is also a concerning time for teams because this is often where you see players force the matter. Success, really on either side of the game. Life with an opener onto Woot. They're finally getting the best of him. They've invested the Nightfall as well. All 3 of them, well, 3 of them are going to be tagged. Was playing a little bit further off, waiting for any flank that might come through as Life falls. Still attempting to get through main to try to stop this. Somehow the spam onto the spike, trying to conceal the defuse. Still gets a kill they need. And now Lysor with no time, no teammates, no armor, very little health. Is able to drop 2 with them, but that's another round going the way of Heretics.
You got a good point there.
He was the only one who wasn't tagged by it, and that must have been the cue for them to spam onto the spike.
Excellent point, Doug. They just read it like a book. They knew what FPX wanted to do. Here goes Life again. Done.
And he goes straight into the next. This has been a slaughter, an absolute slaughter. And this feels like one of those forced situations. I mean, they do have 3 rifles to play around, though. They've invested the Reckoning too.
He doesn't know.
Ion position given away, head taken off.
Oh my God.
Silence that's facing the question is, how do you stop this? How do you slow this down? Because I think you pose that question to FPX right now, you're going to be met with crickets.
Yep.
They have no answers.
Done. And on this map on attacker side.
Here. And unfortunately, that's not the history FPX was looking to make.
Well, that's a record I didn't think would be broken.
And then Woot happened.
Yes.
FPX fully investing into trying to hold B main. Woot once again with a height advantage. A rocket in between Berlin's eyes here because they have to understand that FPX is rotated. They haven't tried concealing their approach. They haven't tried concealing this attempt. But it doesn't matter. It genuinely doesn't matter. A 10-1 half the way of Hair. The paranoia is super early. There's a little bit of a swing there up from Ion. He tried catching the timing, but...
Okay, here comes the dimensional drift. An opportunity here. Is he just going to go for this? No. Okay. Just got the info.
Yeah, he just gets info, and then they can kind of control where he is. I'm surprised they didn't really understand where Berlin was. He gets his 2. But so does Boo. They've got to shut the door on this round. An 11-1 lead going into halftime would be devastating lead. Life has gotten so close. But again, it's a 1-for-1 in those. And they've both just been hit. The knife tagged them. So they're able to cross on past the second one. He's got to know that there's a timing. The Woot will fall. And so will Patatek. The Red Bull clutch to close the half for FPX. B main, there was nothing already up on market. Now they're poised to do a little bit more of that with a little bit of presence B, but the spike is down. It's going to be a Life to pick us up. If he falls too, this could be disaster, but manages to stay alive, manages to drop Riens. Now, FPX still had an opportunity to close this thing out. 1-for-1. Benji Fishy getting the best of Ion. Autumn. That got messy. That was ugly.
It's actually not possible. Just need to survive. I mean, that works too.
Yeah, I don't know that he would have had time to plan it anyway, but no force on the side of the attack. A heavy lean B. Life has already gotten out towards site and is tagged for it. The small price he had to pay was a 70 HP. Ooh, little 1-for-1 there. And a little bit of info gathered. They're making this expensive, if nothing else.
Got the gun.
The Guardian's so hard to steady shots when it's that close.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, does he know someone got behind him? Nope.
That's just such a miserable position to be in.
No, they're just going to try to spread the map this time. Try to get through. That's just the fake out. Woot is confident, aggressive, going for some more kills.
If I was 25-6, I'd be confident too. Yeah. They dug themselves so deep a hole at the beginning of this map. The first half goes so horribly sideways.
30
It would.
seconds left.
This would be the most ridiculous.
Just to be clear. Just to be clear. Berlin falls a 4v4 for the rest of the round, potentially the closing moments of Sunset.
They got to make the hit, and they got to make it now.
They've got Autumn in a really nice spot, though, to strike, and that's exactly what he does. So they're going to get the space they need to get the spike down and play at least one more round.
Spike planted.
And that they do. FPX up to 3.
See, they're going to use the dimensional drift to try to clear. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Here. Find Benji Fishy, you find the trap wire, you're finding Rienz, getting a lot of info, you're getting a lot of space. Should be able to get this plant down, I suspect.
Across the middle of the map, too. They're so far inserted here. Autumn holding over the shoulders. The second paranoia goes out. Woot goes aggressive. The satchel in his face, not able to steady the shots of the Sheriff. Pad attack on the swing, and Benji Fishy tries to punish with the classic. And it's a 1v1. But Ion saves the day.
Yes.
All of the noise they just made Market intended to manipulate rotations for them to go back B and then them strike A. And they find a little bit of space, but Woot is still around. Finally falling, but not without getting his damage, not without getting his 2 kills. Now Reckoning. This is all. No real target to use it on Berlin on the spam. He pays for it with his life as he falls. Trying to keep this map alive. The spam through the smoke, not connecting. But he's doing his best. He's doing his damnedest. Both members weak. But still so much to do. Can Ion close it out on his own? Can he stay alive to get all 3? Oh, the clip runs dry. What a sad way for that to end.
Just came out the gate swinging and never stopped.
Now investing it into stairs.
Yeah, I really like the way that they control space and they give themselves fallback plans with that Viper wall. But Life just gonna be trying to push, but he gets caught by the trap.
Instantly gets spammed too. Enough to make you think twice about it. Down to 54 HP, the snap on Woot is perfect, and he's the one that's gotta go down. He was a terror in the previous map, and it seems like Life is taking over where Woot left off. A massive start for FPX. He's got 4, and at this point, you gotta go for it.
They want it. Might not get it, though. Boo is going the other way. Yeah, Autumn gonna clean it up, but oh me, oh my. That's a good way to start things off. That's a good way. Towards the B site, potentially have that trap wire there. Give you the info, but here they go.
Oh, that nade. That's a little friendly fire. It didn't fully clear.
Left.
Ion turning over on the flash. Berlin teeing off with 2. That outlaw costed so many problems. That's a great round from FPX, all things considered.
One player, though, Benji Fishy, who's one shot to these. Of course, he is the player that could be first up.
Naturally, the first to be challenged. Cam currently not triggered. Oh, he's slipped. He's played a little limbo. He's gotten under it, and he has no idea. A little bit longer to buy some time. Nade is gonna hurt a tad more, not really connecting on the suck combo. Numbers heavily in way of FPX. Rienz was just flashed 2 times, if I'm not mistaken. Now the smoke. Spam comes through, he can't really cross.
Hey, you gotta save. And I think they know it.
I love this from FPX too. They're gonna push it. Smelling blood in the water, they decide that they want to hunt. Swiggity swooty. They're not coming for
it. I mean, again, these outlaws, if you could keep them through the bonus, then your opponent's just even more in trouble. Insane.
Shots not settling. Rienz with info and space. A flash in the face of Ion.
Down A.
Advantage and a gun advantage. They're not risking anything by just fully sending into A. Even in advantageous situations, they're playing the map carefully. Berlin slams the door on Whoop. They haven't really gained a ton of space. Now to see the smoke go out backstairs. Traded by Booze, and there's the Thrash that they're gonna use. Life did drop the op, but turned it over into the hands of Autumn, so now Life perhaps a little bit more unleashed. That's a point up close and personal point blank up. Well, where did the bullets go? What? They all disappeared. Life still with the punish.
Is there a force field there?
And now 13 seconds left. They still haven't fully stabilized onto the site. They've got to get the spike down, and you've got to deal with Benji Fish, who's on the flank. His timing is perfect. The first shot delivered. The second, devastating. Everything going the way of Heretics there.
Oh my.
And they're back to these similar antics again, making noise at different areas around the site. They just dropped a paranoia back towards Worm, but now fully committing. That's going to draw out the Rolling Thunder. They haven't fully committed onto this. The Spike is still sitting back B main.
You watch it, find it.
They're happy to cut their losses and then flip. But Heretics a step ahead of it here. They're already rotating onto C. The Cosmic Divide will only buy so much time because they're already ahead of it. Wu gets on top of the rocket, drops Berlin. Ayang and Lysor, the only two that remain with 10 seconds left. There's no room to be had. There's no spike to be planted. That's another round the way of Heretics.
The rest of that squad, Light's going to be watching out, suspecting someone's going to be here. Get the confirmation. Off to clear the boom bot. Here he goes. He got caught on the wire, though.
Fortunately, though, that paranoia kept Attack away from being able to punish. Now a dog in his face, and they traded for it. Wingman going in, and just like that, dying. But they've committed to this here. Berlin is going to be really far away from the play, but they've dropped the pit as well. Now all of the green goo obfuscating the view of the defenses.
Still have a paranoia to clear for Heretics.
They're playing so far up, too. They have so many numbers. They have a lot of flexibility here. Very nicely done.
Off the rip. And then there's not much you can do with that Viper's Pit. Two-shot operator against those half armors, but you also save a little bit of extra cash for yourself. Potentially upgrade to that operator later. It's all these things that FPX has on this map. Berlin catches Benji Fishy.
Oh, almost punished. But Woot hunts him down. Now what do FPX do off of that? Hearts, patience on the swing, and Boo will fall. Life saving the day. Patatek is his ult, but he's so far away, and Rien's is not around much longer.
I love it.
All that conversation we had about the Outlaw,
Doesn't matter.
forget about it.
Yeah.
Because of the way things have played out,
Might as well start going for it. You got the Thrash. You got a Nightfall for Patty Tech, and Boo gets an opener on Autumn.
they tap the door A once more, but keep an eye on the minimap and look at where Life is.
30 seconds left.
Got that trap wire to consider, though.
But there are two players here. This is another vintage hit where they try to go through door and they try to punish, and there it is. Now a 3v3. Lysor has to stay alive here. He's to contain. If he can play his life, this is gonna work out really nicely. But he's punished. Left to survive as much as he can, as long as he can. Buy some time and maybe take a couple with him. A consolation prize, if you will. Only finds one. This is dangerous. He's got to be able to tag them both. Only finds one. Rien's holding the smoke. Crosshair trade. It's a tap and it's a shot from Rien's. And it's another for Heretics. Situation because he's got to connect with both.
Yep.
Or hit the shot. He's not able to do either there.
Yep.
So you hear the showstopper used at the very beginning of the round.
I mean, I think if FPX could have that round back, attention.
And this is where things are a little different. Remember how many times they've made noise A and then they slam through the door and hit B.
Yep.
This time fully committing onto it. And you can see because of the positioning of Heretics, that's what they were expecting. That's where they're ready to fight. And FPX are glad to try to swing through that. Patatek and Wu keep a couple back. Just two left now. Lysor and Life. A 2v2. Eye cleared, Life cleared. And Lysor with 1 HP. Just cannot fight back. It seems like that's what they're trying to do. There's one of them used. Oh, but you're not supposed to pay for it with the life, and they don't! And now Cosmic Divide, invested C, the rotate back B, FPX are back to their antics. Pushing the smoke, but they pass each other like two ships in the night! Patatek back on the swing! Boo falls! Patatek dies too! It's a disaster!
Benji, get a couple, just the one. But Doug, that was...
They read the fact that he recalled a smoke to potentially cross, so they invest the nade. They know he's there. He's dead. Yeah, he takes one with him, though.
Ticks. And who knows, maybe Benji Fishy can go on a lurk, go for an upgrade, but that's a lot of damage to Patatek. 8 HP.
He's got to take a step back. Life dancing around utility somehow gets a fadeaway shot onto Autumn. Four to close out the half. There's the Rolling Thunder. Do they flood behind it? There's no go. There's no race to satchel up behind or anything like that, so they can't really fill the space. That means Life can pounce, but it's a 1-for-1. And they're trying to take these fights. They can get these ones. If things go their way, it's a shot at it. A 1-for-1. Boo pushing forward. Lysor weak. It's planted for him, though.
Cover going out.
The first smoke down. The taps come through for Lysor.
Potentially, to deal with this Aggressive push.
There's a lot on the other side of that.
Blocking vision.
He gets his one, drops the smoke, gets away.
So good. Fault line to clear. Let's see what Life can do.
Oh, he's really far up. Ooh, he was so far up. I think he was going to re-clear B main without any real awareness of the fact that they fully lost control now. Heretics are going to try to rotate back. They have 10 seconds left. There's a whole lot of delay on the other side of this. This paranoia will be a problem. Oh, again, disaster. Can they commit to the spike? The flood comes out from heaven. It will not go down.
Spike down A.
Neither will FPX. Unbelievable. Outlaws back online. On both sides, you see Woot trying to punish there. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, who will fall? Oh, no.
Ion?
Well,
he completely ignored it and went
Well.
to grab his util.
you know,
Spike down C.
sometimes the real victories are the knife kills we get along the way. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Both with weapons, though.
One enemy remaining.
And naturally, as I say that, Woot falls. Yeah, I think the big consolation prize here in all this was the knife kill.
Difficult for Benji Fishy, potentially.
I mean, if they swing into him, he's going to get 3.
Eagle eye.
1, 2, make me a profit. Ah, he only gets 2, but the damage is dealt.
It's brilliant.
The problem is there's nothing on the other side of this. There's nothing for him to be able to capitalize on his position right now. He's got to swing, and it's dry.
They would try a different side of the map.
One enemy
Okay, that's great for Boo, catching Lysor, direction of Heretics'
30
attack.
seconds left.
That's a great read from him.
FPX, it's just not going their way. I think the one
planted.
benefit is they're still going to have enough to buy. They're still going to have Ion's ult.
Necessarily Benji expected 3, but he held the angle perfectly and expected a push out of some kind.
Yeah. Action going in here.
Here we
Every
go.
single member, all 5 of them here. You got Riens, who's got the utility in hand, waiting for the right moment to strike, but there's a suck there. Life satcheling forward. The spam snooze coming over the wall. He was distracted by his friendly fire. Berlin landing a shot with the Sheriff.
I know
A
exactly.
2v2 now and a North left invest. They're fully committing onto this. They want to try to isolate
Last player
and
standing.
pick on Lysor.
Snake bite for Autumn.
It's a guessing game. It's a guessing game, and Autumn has won it. No idea. No.
The recovery that FPX has inside of them, but with that poison cloud, he could get some damage. Right?
This angle's tight, man. This angle's really tight. The suck is good. The shot is as well. The Rolling Thunder, and he doesn't get hit. He's able to stay alive, but goes aggressive with the shorty. Pays for it with his life. The ults. Lysor is rotated over. Life on the swing. Talk about having a plan and doing it no matter what. It's reckless, but it works. Traded in kind. Revenge so sweet.
Been a little bit more uncomfortable early, kind of anticipating that he was going to challenge it. What? Okay, Riens. With the stinger?
The trips. And all attention turned towards C. Heretics. They want to take the fight to their doorstep.
Showstopper.
They're swinging out ahead. Ult popped. Shot. And Life dead. Woot trying to steady the shot. Snapping on a Lysor, but Autumn stops them. Scales back their way.
Last player standing.
But it's an overwhelming weight on the other side as Heretics get to 6.
B. Oh boy.
That's a cue for him to go. He dropped Benji Fish and Boo.
Seconds left.
I'd fall out. Berlin trying to steady.
Wow.
Trying to stop.
One
And he
enemy
does.
remaining.
Berlin holds the line. FPX are taking us the distance. In the face of elimination, they punch back. It's a step back, though. Lysor now feeling pressure, overwhelmed by all the targets. Benji Fish is able to pen him through and drop him. Berlin will fall too. But alas, that is what they have at their disposal. Flash over the top, his Life is going hunting because of course he is. But Woot snaps on him. Unbelievable shot.
They're so cheeky here. He's just playing anti-flash the whole way.
30 seconds left.
You guys got it, right? Go away.
They're just saying, well, if they're going to push this site, certainly there's going to be, if that's the way they're going to push.
Yeah. Lysor falls. Heretics looking to get through this as cleanly as possible. If they can carry 4 rifles into the next round. Berlin the first. Classic in hand. Trying to drop Woot and will not. So the other 2 members of FPX will die to the spike. Heretics will keep all of their weaponry.
And they know. He's in this corner.
85 health quickly disintegrated.
You know what?
I do think FPX are ahead of it though, because look at their positioning. They're up mid and they're up B long. Berlin falls, unfortunately. They tried stopping them rotating away, because I think you're right, and I would agree with you as well. If I know that Clove is dead A, I'm not going to play on that side of the map, if I can help it.
Of Heretics movement, the alarm bot's beautiful. Reads Lysor's.
If we're going to be splitting hairs here, is that they don't have an ult online. Other than that, I mean, this is perfect.
Remaining.
Can't win the battle. Patty Tech's good for it.
Towards A from Heretics into the stack of the defenses. Obviously, without them really having any idea of that, Life strikes from the position he so comfortably plays on, but this time he has ult he can use. Instantly dropped right back down. Not able to capitalize on it.
Taking. And shut him down a couple rounds in a row. So
I was thinking the same thing. A little early.
Bot coming back.
But Lysor's there on the challenge.
Area's clear.
And he's not going to be around for much longer. He dies, pays for it. Back here, they have to try to disrupt what's happening back yellow.
One enemy remaining.
Wingman doesn't even get it to half. It's a massive response from FPX, but they're not going to be able to get the defuse. They got the kills, but at what cost? Back into the action we go. A little bit of that controller utility instantly used, and Woot dropped. Tried catching a timing, getting up top.
they realized that there was only usually one or two. Patty Tech, though, able to clean up bottom.
He's so far up. Well, as best as it can. But the utility delay is so good. And Rian to slip the net, but he didn't check all the way in the corner, so he's dropped. Berlin on the swing, he falls. All onto life now. A 1v3, time is of the essence. And he does not have any of it. Heretics full steam ahead. There should be enough there to understand that A should be pretty open and easy for the taking. Woot's already dashed back sight.
Benji took a ton of damage, though. Took a headshot. So that flank can...
His utility really feels like a big one there. He's got to stay alive for Autumn with the Woot with the flash in his face, able to get the first and somehow gets a second when he shouldn't have really gotten any of it. But FPX punching back. Well, they were glad to give up the space, but they're going to have to deal with a bit of the utility. Berlin's gotten it to half. They have to check it 3/4 of the way. 80% now, and it's stopped. Finally, Lysor on the other side of the smoke. 20 HP, the spam not connecting. Patty Tech plays it beautifully. There is not enough time. He's gonna get the kill, but is he gonna get the defuse? Holy smokes, he did!
Fun.
And he's been spammed through the wall. They've been forced, they've been bullied away. And they have the tools for it here.
Exactly.
Autumn is playing really far up though. Further up than I expected! But he's able to punish. Almost lands a spam onto the pit. Tucks inside of it. A little friendly fire, not connecting, but that's it, the pit's down. Benji Fishy in a 1v5 gets it down.
No
Trying to res, the timing window has been given. Patty Tech back online, Benji falls, Patty Tech has to do it on his own, a second lease at life. Can he capitalize on the opportunity? No! That was loud.
That was really loud.
That was very, very loud. Life will fall, picks right back up. But Woot punishing with 2. How much more can they get here? Life has to get a fight here. He's got to get either an assist or a kill if he wants to come back. 20 HP is even going to get the shot to do it. No.
Should be able to take it down, but Autumn actually wins that. Maybe a save is a...
This might be a good idea. But they might not give him enough comfort. They might not give him enough space to invest it. The Thrash used. Woot will go undetected.
Oh my.
You've got to be careful here because they've dropped the Reckoning as well. They've got him corralled all the way back. Woot is the only one who's been separated, torn asunder. Gets his kill.
Ooh. Spike down A.
What a mess of a round. But through all of that, Autumn's left in a 1v3, now 1v2.
To get it done with the guns. Nope, not gonna happen. Patty Tech reads it.
I mean, he didn't even get a chance to shoot. They've been wanting to play it, and oftentimes when you see a lockdown used around this area of the map, they're not all gonna be approaching from spawn. So he's a step ahead of this here. The Dizzy cleared, he tucks behind, Lysor's dead, Boo capitalizes on his positioning, and it's a flawless round for Heretics.
Heading that way a little bit.
What's the cue for them to go? The drone should call us enough of the rotations as Woot falls, not able to get any space. The attack has been blunted.
They're willing to challenge that as Team Heretics. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
That works.
They've got to get back here.
I agree.
13 seconds left, and Autumn's ahead of it. He doesn't wait for his teamates.
You have to.
Gonna try.
Yeah.
One enemy
Good luck.
Heretics with 3 on the round. Ion gets his. The spam through, the shots connect from Rienz. Heretics gets up to 9. Ridiculous timing, potentially, to close this thing out. They're so far up, they're so committed. Berlin and Ion are able to hold the line, though. And now Lysar, seemingly aware of what's potentially waiting on the other side. Woot's ahead of this, though. He's tucked in a smoke, and they're gonna check him. The first one falls.
My ult's ready.
Life doesn't have an ult to play around here. Oh, spam coming through as he gets another. But Benji Fishy on the flank. Rienz just has to buy time. He just has to stay alive. He has to be a nuisance, a distraction. Only able to get one, and I don't know that Benji Fishy's been able to get enough space, though. Now the thrash in his face. Oh,
it's too deep.
Nano missed. The spams will not connect, but the spike will go off. The Red Bull clutch for Heretics and heartbreak.
With the recon dart, first check with the knife. Dart was towards mid, potentially set up Benji Fishy. Benji Fishy has a great flank angle for himself, potentially.
Discipline is the name of the game for Heretics here. 1000%. You cannot overcommit, you cannot over-rotate. If you have to give up a site, so be it. You play as bunches and fight with the retake together. Meanwhile, FPX are trying to scale all the way back to Snowman. Feeling they've left Autumn to his devices, now forced to cross back over one more time without anything to cover. Life from up top finally lands a shot, drops onto Boo. Goomba stomps him. Life with 3. Benji Fishy, you mentioned he was on the flank. He cannot settle the shots.
Guardians, Vandal for Autumn. Woot with the Sheriff. Ooh, takes a lick of damage himself. Trying to get out of there. Just a Dizzy to clear that angle.
And that's exactly what they're leaning into here. 4 members on the site, one just a little bit far off, but they crumble. Rienz and Patatek not really able to put up much of a fight at all. Woot meets a similar fate as they all fall. 5 alive as FPX thrive. With a molly in hand, thinks twice about it.
Just play anti-cascade, I think.
He just waited for the smoke to go down. Yeah, forget about using utility.
Right up at the end of screens, and he can look on the other side of it.
Spam through the util, Patatek falls. Really opportunistic swing there. Lysar again in a really good position. They can take a step back here. They might be able to pull this thing off. Ooh. Ion's thrash instantly cleared. A 2v3 here. There's still the molly that they can play around. That's going to buy some time. Benji Fishy. Rienz has gotten it to half 3/4 of the way. It's not planted for him. He's got to stop him with the defuse. Oh, the Red Bull clutch comes through.
Now an Outlaw invested. Team Heretics on a weaker buy. Ion ripping a head off of Benji Fishy is trying to make an aggressive push towards mid. All just for that first kill potentially. Saw Wood's feet and just takes him down.
Right, they'd rather be at 5-10 right now. But
for sure. But if you're gonna lose the round, that's the best way it could happen.
Yeah. They haven't cleared back yellow. Finally, they do. Boo falls. They had the plans, they had the protocols.
Pick up. Is everybody on FPX still alive?
Enemy remaining.
Baby Bay was talking about this a lot when you guys were casting this map the previous time against Foot.
Hangs on to the third. Finally fires off. Woot has gone unchecked. He's repositioned again. Patient finally dropping Wingman, also getting Berlin. Benji Fishy trying to fill in on the space behind him, but FPX fight back. Oh, yeah. Not crumbling under the pressure, not folding behind what Heretics throw at them.
10 seconds left.
And I think Boo will stop that.
Enemy remaining.
Spotted, tagged, dropped. FPX get another.
30
It's another
seconds
attempt
left.
at a tight angle by Team Heretics.
Oh, this high-low is miserable, bro. There's no way, yeah. Life has his ult, though. Repositions and goes to fight once more. Not able to connect on anything as Rienz gets 2. Woot with the third. They know he's there. He's spammed finally as Ion snaps.
10 seconds
Lysar is trying to provide himself a little bit of cover, but time is of the essence. Spike down. Now what? On the swing. Tucked in the clove smoke. He's got to be careful here. Who can hold this? Who can hold this? He stops the defuse. Manages to TP and get away.
He's got it.
There's not enough time. Very nicely done by Lysar. Still enough of a lead, though, for Heretics. Oh, and that will certainly help. What a shot.
Beautiful. The horseshoe. Cuts off so many angles. Gives you so much safety. And you have extra layers to it with life smoke as well.
That Paranoia tagged onto one. Life in the smoke. The snap on Rienz will not connect. Is this where the retake attempt falls apart. 3.
Oh!
Slowly creeping back, though. Still, Heretics with control. Heretics with the numbers advantage. As the orb goes up, he's playing really tight on this, but the Molly's gonna keep him back. He's gonna try to TP
Oh my God!
He's got a really good position on this. 2v2. Lysor in a position to be the hero, but it comes down to 1, and Ion hits the shot!
There's nobody who does it better. Now they're gonna TP up on top of 2. And the spot comes through. Oh my word, Riens. Have to. Already a player down. You have the hit to worry about.
It's such a tough decision. Riens drops, and their numbers equalized. Things slow down to a halt. The flash is just perfect. To find a way to capitalize on the early advantage they had at the beginning of the round. Ion on the plant, now Thrash online. But it's gonna have to wait until the next round. Guardian in hand. Life gonna spot the head, and that was the major threat, but maybe it was Benji Fishy all along with the Sheriff, but no.
A lot of blinds are gonna force both teams away. The Reckoning used here early, clear some space, and Woot, playing with fire.
Almost gets a kill though. Almost rewarded for the fire. Now the Thrash. Everything in the kitchen sink being thrown into this round. Duck. FPX realizing they have to capitalize. Life got his ult off of that kill, so now can rejoin the fray once more. Pad attack falls. And again, they're separated. They're trying to scale it. They're trying to scale out.
Oh, back out.
They're trying to take the fight. Life falls too. He had to force it. This is the big one. It stopped the defuse. The second as Riens goes up, that's the ace. But can he commit? Can he convert? No! FPX get to 10.
And if he needs it, snake bite. Doesn't delay the plant though.
Riens falling. That was one of the rifles.
Oh, hot him.
He does it again.
One enemy remaining.
I thought the Bucky was going to connect there. But lo and behold, the comeback is not fake.
Got the null command.
Ion has his ult online again.
Yeah, he does. He's destroying.
Oh! Lysor reads him like a book! Got ahead of it! Berlin gets another!
They know. Now they know.
Do they?
Spike planted.
Now they do, yeah. Pad attack with the Molly. Spotting a little bit more skin. A triple face. It's way too much! Riens cannot capitalize on it. Benji Fishy, they're weak. They're so weak. But so is he. He's gotten it down to 1. 14 HP for Leaf.
Oh my God.
The spike planted. The classic not connecting. The tap on the defuse. Life's on the swing. And FPX gets a series point.
Back of this high tide. A little bit of a lurk from Life, and he's got Benji.
FPX have done it once on this stage. Can they do it again? Risky. This is dangerous. But he waits, trying to get a little bit of a tag with the dart. Woot tries to get up high, has to dash back as Lysor falls. They have to wait for Berlin to snipe here, and he does, but it's a 1-for-1. The spike now landed. I don't think they're gonna have time. He's gotta land the shots here, and he does. There's no fight, there's no time. We're going to overtime again.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Heretics are gonna get onto A, investing very little. Yeah, dash, but a dart over the top. You'll get that back.
FBX just saying our attacker side's so good, let's just flip the map and
just waiting for the right moment to strike. Benji Fishy on the snap, Life dead. FPX are falling apart here. This is the side that plagued them. This is the side they struggled on. And I think Heretics realize that. They're ahead of it. They know that no options are available. Heretics gets a series point. Was double dipping. Of course, he goes for the swing and he lands it. Life
30
falls.
seconds left.
Can Heretics put him away? Benji Fish is on the flank. Oh, but FPX are striking back. Oh, the Cove. The only thing separating them, he heard a footstep, he lands the shots on Berlin. Now a 2v2, the spike planted. Benji Fish, you creeping forward, looking for a target, nothing given. Footsteps are traded, but Woot fills the space and he falls. Benji on the tap, cannot convert. We go again! Do they have the tools?
No, they're gonna wait. Looks like they're gonna wait.
Yeah, try to use a little bit of utility. That flash over the top. Woot hasn't been tagged. Woot hasn't been spotted. Lands the shots onto Berlin. Tries to cover himself. The swing. Again, another flash of Dink is beautiful. As Rian gets a second. At least his body is, so the smokes come into play. Ion almost lands the second. The defense has to be everything, but Boo stops it. He's TP'd ahead of it. He's gotten, he had gotten into the pit. He'd gotten into the smoke. But Benji Fisher was wise to it. Oh, but he takes a different path. He doesn't go under tube. Are they going to be expecting it? Meanwhile, chaos on the site as each kill is traded. 1-on-1. Berlin in 1v2. He's been spotted. They know where he is, but he's gotten his one. Now, the Cove on the swing. Berlin is close to it, and it's another clutch. As it dissipates, he takes a step back. Now peeking forward once more. An opportunistic swing. Massive timing, but of course instantly traded. Because he's got to understand most of the people have passed, but no, he's waiting for the last one. Boo falls. 4v3. Is there a trade? Yes, there is. But still, numbers the way of the defense. They've done it!
Benji Fish is set up. They're expecting some kind of push through mid to push. Oh no!
Berlin was so far up. I don't think he hears him. Oh, but now he's giving his position away. Now he knows where he is. Meanwhile, Mood on the other side with 4. Lysor drops one. Can he 1v3 to close this out? No! The ace for Woot! Insane! He's got to be careful here. He's going to play. He's going to make a play in a position like this.
They gotta know.
They knew.
Yeah, they're way ahead of it.
30 seconds left.
Pure disrespect in the face of utility. Now Life also getting really cheeky here, trying to get his one to get away, but not fully tucking. He's still trying to play around the smoke. He's got so many targets to deal with. Been sucked out of this room. What can FPX do to spark Life once more? That's certainly going to help things. A 2v3 and a winnable one at that. Time is a problem.
Last player standing.
And it's only gotten worse. Berlin's now left alone. Has to try to use some mobility and utility to get it down to this, but I think at this point he's got to stick the defuse. There's no way he can really pull off of this. He's going to get the kills, but the bomb will go off.
Going out that same high tide. Are they actually going to commit to this mid push? Turret deep if they go full towards A.
Woot's so far up. Berlin has to be aware of it. What a shot!
Tide.
Did the knife tag? Did the knife tag the KJ? Oh, it doesn't matter. Even if it did, Benji Fish is still alive, and now it's back up online. They've been able to hold him back so far. Oh, and now the spike is sitting on the ground! It's all on to Berlin!
30 seconds
He's gonna swing on a pad attack, he can get the kill, yes!
Oh no.
He's going in for the fight, he has one! And now the Cove, he should have enough time to plant. Does Boo challenge? Does he swing? Yes, he does! He's up in his face, and that's enough to stop